I'd bet my ass she could whip up a hangover cure that could top anything the royal Seelie court healers could do. I uncorked one of the tiny purple bottles and threw back a shot of oily liquid that tasted like violets, with a hint of earthy mushroom. Within seconds, the tension in my neck had faded, and the headache was a distant memory. "I'm never drinking dwarven ale again," I muttered. "Not even for their birthdays." I tied my mass of wet, dark curls into a high bun and went looking for my work clothes. Well, what passed for work clothes. For the girls working at Fairy, work clothes meant shorts so short the creases of our asses showed, and little pink shirts embossed with the swirly FF logo tied up under our breasts. Oh, and my least favorite part? The fake, glitter-covered pixie wings, which were nowhere to be found in my bedroom. I jammed my feet in white sneakers and went sneaking down the hall. The twins' door was cracked, and I peered in to see Clove sprawled across his bed, his pants only halfway off, and shoes still on. Surprisingly, there were no muscle-bound kelpies or satyrs sprawled alongside him. The twins had somehow left a trail of destruction behind them. Damp seal skins thrown in a pile on the floor, one sock draped over a lamp, an empty bottle of pixie vodka upended in a houseplant. I found Tarragon in the living room, face down on the couch, snoring loudly, and wearing my pink pixie wings. Silver glitter had wafted off the mesh and coated his dark skin. "Hey," I said, groaning as I rolled him over. The Selkies were all lean muscle, but they were still heavy as hell. "You're going to stretch out the straps, you jerk." Tarragon cracked one sea blue eye open and managed a lopsided smile. "But it's my birthday." The poor guy was still slurring. "Yesterday was your birthday." I managed to wrestle the wings off him without popping the straps. "When you wake up, go help yourself to my medicine cabinet." He muttered something indecipherable, his eyes already closing again. I pulled a blanket over him. "Sleep tight, Cinnamon." No response. He was truly conked out. I looped the pixie wings around my shoulders, picked up their seal skins and hung them up neatly so they wouldn't complain about wrinkles later, and locked the door behind me on the way out. The sky over Avilion was flat and pearly gray. Genuine pixies darted back and forth over the buildings in Mothwing Falls, already delivering early morning messages. I stopped at the bottom of the stairs to scratch behind the pointed ears of Carabose's friendly little cat, Sith. There was something about today that made me feel wary. Like the universe had an unpleasant surprise in store, and all my mental hackles were up. The fairy cat purred and twined around my legs, following me to the back of the little whitewashed building where my fairy bike was locked up. It was my own bike, but my boss, Numa, had required me to have it painted in glittery pink to match my wings and shirt. Carabose was already outside, taking out a bag of trash. Being human, her face was lined with wrinkles. Her long, steel gray hair was always tied back in a braid. She liked to wear dresses with lots of glittering patchwork and fringe. "Rain today," she announced. That was Carabose's typical greeting, an assessment of the weather instead of a hello. "Good morning." I unchained my bike and wheeled it around. "Hopefully it holds off." She picked up her cat, Sith, and gave the sky a dirty glare. "Don't count on it." I shrugged. Optimism?